Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld. We haven't actually updated because I've been spending so many hours here at the Enderman farm and I got so close. I'm at 106 out of 117, I think. So we're not gonna update just yet. We're gonna update like once I get there. Hold on, I want to get to 107 and then I'm just gonna start spending the XP. I really tried to go up to 117, but I physically did not have enough hours in the day with how much time I've been spending, and it's going so slow. But I wanted to feel satisfied with going all the way up there. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick look. Last time I looked at the Enderman statistic, it was at 5,001. Good timing. Yeah, we're gonna look back here. I'm at 8,906. Yeah, it's absurd. Yeah, we're gonna do some enchanting back here. I'll let these guys live because once we spend a bunch of XP, it's just gonna drop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 117 is where I'm supposed to be at, and I did not quite get there. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna find my boots. Oh, hello. Why are there so many Endermen over here? Nope. I didn't realize. I did not realize that there are a lot of Endermen happening over there. But what we're looking for, here real quick. I think it's this way. Yeah, let me just. Oh, that one's full. That's full. Oh man, hold on. That means I'm gonna have to go up here if I want to put the pearls in. There we go. We'll just let that sort. Anyways, so let me grab the armor because I put it away since my inventory is rather full right now. So I think we're gonna start with the boots. Start with the boots before the chest plate. So we're looking at, this is the good pair, put that there. Then we're looking at blast protection and projectile protection. So these are the two things we're gonna add first. We'll start out with this anvil. So instead of it saying too expensive, it got maxed out at level 39. And so to make myself feel a little better, I wanted to go all the way up to 117. And I'll be honest, I don't entirely know how my other two armor pieces are looking. So this one has fire protection. This one has fire protection, projectile, then blast. So I should do projectile, then blast on here as well. Except I don't think I'll get the opportunity on here because this is going to do blast and projectile. Anyways, so if I want to keep it up with the pants, it would be projectile, then blast. So we're going to do first, add that one. Oh, level 68. And then, oh, level 29. That means I still have to get 10 more levels, though. Because now that the boots are done, what I need to do is I need to get the last 10 levels, and then I can combine the chest plates. I guess here, I'll just hold on to this now. Yeah, you can see I used up all these swords rather well. And so this one hasn't breaking through, which is why it's not gone yet. But yeah, unfortunately, I really want to get this done today because I gotta update since I'm still on level 14.1. So yeah, y'all are gonna get to see me. Man, I'm leveling up so fast. The progress bar was so slow. If you were paying attention when I first started at level 106. You know, after all the waiting I've done, I feel like it won't be so bad getting back up to 39 if I do say so myself. Yeah, I gotta say it. I did a lot. I did the more of the quests, more of the, I almost said Minecraft Live, the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft movie live event stuff. I got the cape today. Hooray! Yeah, so I would just, wait around here at the Enderman farm, do other stuff. Then I come back, take out the Enderman, go do other stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, to prove that I've taken all this time, we are indeed gonna spend the last however much getting up to 39. I know it was originally worth, I think, like 150 maybe levels. I can do the math real fast if I whip up my calculator. So I want to say the three values were 61 plus, no, maybe it's either 61 or 62, plus 41 plus 53, I believe. I would need to have gone up to 155. I gotta say, once I passed like 60, it was getting really slow. And it would get slower and slower. I hit 80, and I hit 100, and I was like, this is gonna take forever. I'm pretty sure I hit 100 this morning because I was at 99 when I ended off yesterday. And I looked and I was like, I'm gonna run out of time. So I ran out of physical time to be able to get this done. I would have kept going. If this was the weekend and I had more time I could have spent between these 2 days, I would have gone up. Well, at least to 117, I'll be honest. I don't know if I could have gotten myself to 155. Because then I would have more levels than what I would be spending. I would have to reduce it, so I figured, you know, I'm just gonna go to 116. Yeah, thankfully, we're here at level 34, and we just have to get up to 39. I wonder if there's like an XP spent thingy. Like, how much XP... You know, I guess the way to check how much XP you spent would be... I should say how many levels, that's probably more accurate. The amount of levels spent, you can kind of calculate based on the experience points you have. No, take the total experience, because as of 1.0, Minecraft keeps track of how much experience you've earned, because it uses that for your score when you die, when they finally fix the score on the death screen. So if you took your total experience and then subtracted the amount that you have, you can figure out how much you've spent. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about getting up to the 30s anymore, because I've now learned how long it takes to get up to 100. Relatively, of course. This is not the most efficient farm, but you gotta start somewhere, and so the amount of time I would have spent building something else would have been more time. It would have been much better to just go for this. Checking on stuff while I wait for the Enderman to keep popping up. Thankfully, today's Friday. Least amount of people on average show up today. And so, if we take care of all this enchanting real fast, no one's gonna be missing much. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to the stream. It is indeed still morning over here for 2 more hours. Halfway to 37. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, and it feels like it's been a long day, but I think it's because of how much time I've spent this morning. How much time I've spent this morning waiting around for the Endermen to do their stuff. I totally could have done enchanting one at a time, but that didn't feel like I earned the levels. Because if I went up to 39, spent all of them, then went back up to 39, that would have been so much faster than trying to get all 117 in one sitting. Oh well, such is how it goes. At least we're not much farther away, relatively. I was looking at I was looking at the enchantment chart again, and it turns out the steepness of the XP required to get up to the next level was not as intense as I thought it was. It still increases every level after a certain amount. I guess overall it increases, but it does not increase as much as I thought it did. And hurrah. I'm also glad that I built that entire Ender Pearl system. Totally worth it because there are an absurd amount of Ender Pearls in there. Because if the chest is already several double chests higher, not to mention the double hopper system, the amount of pearls I have is getting a little intense. I don't know what I'll do with all of these, but I will have them. I will continue to utilize them. Utilize them by having them take up chest space. Who knows, maybe at some point I'll want them for advanced Ender Pearl systems, but I can't see myself doing that. I don't know. I'm not a big Ender Pearl user. I'll take advantage when they're convenient. Oh yeah, you can also tell I got the Endermite back. Spent some more work trying to get him over here, and so he is now taken care of. That was definitely a wise decision, getting another Endermite down here, because now all the Endermen really do like to cluster around this wall, which makes things simple for me because I don't have to wander around as much. One thing about the floor being hoppers, though, all the little XP particles really do like getting stuck in there. You have to get close to them to get them out of the hopper. That's alright, I suppose. In fact, you know what? While I'm here, I want to verify. I want to see if there happen to be any hoppers that I done goofed. I'm pretty sure I built this correctly, where all the hoppers lead into the one area, but I don't know. I think I might be fine. Well, we're getting there. Just have to get to 39 and then I can be a happy camper. That's about as that important. Not particularly, but I'm gonna check it since there's still more Endermen that need to be defeated. One thing I also realized, that's not true, I didn't realize it, I learned. One thing I learned is that Endermen drop 5 XP each time. That was able to help me do some math for about how many Endermen I would need. Oh, we barely made it! You ready to see the XP bar hit absolute 0? This is gonna be rather intense. Hold on, let me... Doink! So let me grab one chest plate, plus another chest plate, 39 levels. I've won! It took way too much time and effort. It was worth it though. But at last, I now have all 3 armor pieces successfully upgraded, the most I can do. And now, we can update, because we are not playing the correct version. That's okay. You know what, I'll leave the Endermen. I don't feel like dealing with them anymore. Let me just plop this away real fast. Oh wait, I can't reach it from down here. Too many pearls. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double chests, I think. Plus the hoppers. 5 double chests plus 10 hoppers. Anyways, let me save and quit right here real fast. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Gonna throw up our little loading screen as I quickly switch versions real fast. Doo-doo-ba-doop. So we are now playing 1.14.2 pre-release 1. The version we were supposed to start. Howdy Koski, welcome back. I added the clock as a joke way back on my Let's Play and Stuff Plus series because there's a ladder I use to climb a monolith and it would take so long getting up the ladder that eventually I just added the clock because I figured, well, at least it's better than just staring at the ladder this whole time. And so I decided to keep it around. I can assure you, my day job is not as a stockbroker, because I do not have a day job. This is my day job. It just doesn't pay me anything, which makes it my day volunteer work. Alright, let's go back. We have that dirt fish that we need to finish. Man, it's so weird seeing the XP bar completely empty. It hasn't been empty in so long. There we go. Huzzah! Oh, we're not gonna make it. Hold on, let's see if I can land down here. Whoop! Touchdown. A little bit of damage, but that's alright. Still only took one firework. You know, I need a staircase up here. If I'm gonna keep landing in this area, it would be wise to prepare that. So many armor enchantments. I wonder why they made the change. I'll need to go back and reread the old snapshot changelog and why they decided to make protection no longer mutually exclusive. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Did I go the wrong way? I think I'm on the wrong island. Oopsies. Hold up. I think I might have gone in the incorrect direction. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. So we are going... Yeah, I think I went... Oh, that was north. Oh yeah, I went the wrong way. Oops. Should have paid attention. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so I'm not going to keep landing there because that's not where I'm supposed to land in the first place. I think we go up. Alright, here we go. This is the direction we're supposed to go. When you look out into the distance and they both look the same, it's hard to keep track. At least I think I'm going the right way. That one was definitely the wrong way. There it is. There's my dirt fish. Oh, I don't think I'll make it on top. Well, you know what? I might. If I get the speed. Yeah. I'm not going to make it. Let me bring it around town. Slow it down. Touchdown. Enderman can teleport on top of the course. I wonder where that guy came from. Don't tell me he spawned there and that's considered a full block. That doesn't sound fair. Anyways, back to what we were doing in the proper version. It only took 20 minutes to get back here, but that's alright. I did what I needed to, and I feel satisfied because I said I would spend the XP, and so I did. And so now it's all gone. And I need to verify just how many more layers, because once I hit the plank layer, then I'll need to start doing the inverted pyramid. Let's just start on this side. Oopsies. I don't know if I'll feel the difference with the armor. I feel like I might, because now that I have even more fire protection, I feel like I could swim in lava for a while. And then stuff like gas fireballs won't be a problem. Won't be as big of a problem as before. Skelly bums and their arrows. Isn't there also an enchantment that also provides a little bit of knockback resistance? I don't know which one it is though. You know what? I still only have Thorns 3 on my chestplate. I don't know if I'll be investing in Thorns 3 on the other stuff though. I don't need Thorns that badly. Particularly, I realized that the Endermite, if I get too close and it attacks me, I deal damage back to it, and I'd rather not end up accidentally killing the Endermite. I need my Enderman Master to keep living to make sure that all the Endermen herd into one area. You know what, maybe I'll do one more layer after this, and then I'll go down there and count. I should say I'll go down there and verify the coordinates, see where I am relative to where I need to be for when I place the planks. Alrighty, so the first plank using, here, I'll use this corner. This is kind of home base corner since this is the one that's closest to the Enderman farm. So this one is at 516, 1627. Let me write that down or else I will forget. 1627, which means this one is 515, 1628. Okay, so those are the two values I need to get to for the planks. And then I'll be fine from there. In fact, while I'm down here, well, I need more torches. Not yet, if I'm putting them one at a time, so I should be able to leave the rest of this stuff. Toss up, oops, not, you know what, yeah, leave the boat. And entity.writable.minecart.name and the bed. The shears, I suppose. The coal, all the sticks. Not the wood, in fact, grab another stack of logs. And then fill up the rest with dirt. I can also leave the end stone. So this one's now empty. Let's grab all of that. Hooray! That all fit. Cool. You know how nice it is not having to deal with all these Endermen? There's a great idea to light everything up. And I'm not seeing any more holes in the dirt pyramid anymore. This is great. Okay, so if I'm going to 516, 1627, where am I currently at? This is 1621, which means I have 6 blocks to go. Alright. Yeah, let me just do this real fast, and then we'll go from here. I've realized that it's a little bit difficult to place in with the torches in the way, so I think I'll go a couple layers, update the torches, then go a couple more layers. I'm also going to need to keep an eye out for when I add the tiny ones. The tiny triangles, that one where it's the 4 and 4. I guess it's 4 plus 3. So I'll need to keep out for when I hit that distance as well. Thankfully though, because of how large the perimeter is that we're currently working on, most of my time I'm spending placing dirt, which is exactly what I need. I do wonder though, how this is gonna look on MCA selector after I finish the dirt fish. I don't know if it's still gonna look like a keyhole, but we'll see when we get there. I also don't think I've updated much of the top left corner. I'm kind of holding out for that for a special time, but we have a while to get there. So for now, I'm gonna keep focusing on loading chunks on the lower areas and the right side. Okay, so this is 23, yeah, 23 out of 27. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized I'm gonna need more planks. I'm only gonna have enough to go all the way around once. I'm not gonna have enough to finish the second one. Oh, in fact, I'm also going to not have enough planks to do the third layer, because if I do one layer of planks, and then I do the farthest layer, then I'll have to do the opposite, or I should say the inverse layer for the pyramid on top. I will say though, one of these days... Oh no, never mind, I can't analyze. I don't have MC Edit anymore to analyze the chunks. That was such a great feature, being able to analyze how many of each blocks were in the world in a given area. Or the whole world if you press Control A, the universal select all command. One thing's for sure though, I should have enough dirt to keep going all the way up until the wood. I'm just certain I'm not gonna have enough wood to finish that layer. Uh-oh. Excuse me, buddy. Oh no, they're starting to spawn. Okay, this is when I know it's time to update the torches. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish this layer, and then I'm just gonna wrap it up. I am indeed aware that the dirt just swapped swap slots in the hotbar. How many people would think about that? I like trying to have as many hotbar slots free as possible, but when I'm limited to only 9, I run out. Howdy, Henry, welcome back. There we go. Using up these torches will also free up another couple slots in my inventory. So now I know, realistically, I can only put about 2 extra layers before I need to put torches down. In MC Edit, there's a command from the menu called go to. You go to those coordinates once you hit OK. I'm doing alright. You missed the boring part of this stream. I had a lot of enchanting to do. That's not true. I didn't have much enchanting to do. I just had a lot of XP I needed to get. Where'd they go? I don't know. That one's not right. Basic pattern recognition said no. I will say though, looking at the torch lines from different angles, those produce kind of cool patterns. Oops. I guess I scared both of those Endermen off. Who knows, maybe there's something with Enderman being mad that they changed between 14.1 and 14.2 pre-1. Who knows, but if they're not here, that means they're not bothering me. Hopefully Fire Aspect took them out, but I'm not too sure. Oh, there they are. They're wreaking havoc on the other side. Yeah. Yeah. Time to fight. I'm ready. I also think I'm gonna need to start putting in the extra torches. But being only 4 blocks, I'm not too sure where to begin. I might be able to verify if I go down here. Up. One of the dirt got placed. Ah, the dirt's missing. The Endermen have been here. Oh, hold on, hold on. For an Enderman to take the block I was standing on, he would need to be next to me. I'm pretty sure I would survive the fall, though. Feather Falling 4 is much more powerful than I thought it was. I saw that. He zoomed. And I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like the performance is lower than what it should be. Okay, I know where he was, but yeah, I think we're going to go back down to 16, since I'm not particularly needing to see far at this moment. Alright, Enderman, where'd you go? There we go. That's one confirmed death. Okay, so for the tiny triangles, in fact, here, hold on, let me just verify. Because if I need to go all the way, the dirt itself ends off on... This is 5:17, 16:26. Gonna add one extra gap so that way I know separation between dirt and wood. That was loud. Somebody dropped something. Okay, so 5:17 is where I end off. How close am I? 5:18. No, 5:19. So it looks like 2 more. Trying to avoid the torches because they end up getting in the way when I'm trying to place the dirt. I just keep an eye out. Oh, has it really been 34 minutes and the only thing I've done is gather XP, combine the armor, and place dirt? I feel like we're gonna get a whole lot of yesterday. Because if I was able to do about 1.5 dirt pyramids yesterday, logically I should be able to do the last 1.5 dirt pyramids today. Pyramid plus pyramid plus pyramid equals fish, but pyramid plus pyramid equals hourglass. Oops. See, these torches, I'm telling you. That's why I wanted to wait until I get the torches in place. Maybe I'll count in my head how many blocks. No, because then I'll have to keep track since I don't yet have the extra torches, the tiny triangles. Oops! All of those were mistakes. And all my mistakes have been taken care of. One thing I'll need to keep out for some version in the future, I don't know when, but some version in the future allows you to use a shovel on dirt, turn it into a path block. Originally, you could only turn grass into path blocks. And then they made that change. And so you could turn dirt into path blocks. But then if you unpath the path block, it can turn into grass. And so it is possible to turn dirt into grass. But the problem is I totally forgot how to turn a grass path back into grass. If anyone happens to remember, feel free to share. Because I totally forgot. But this feels like a recent change. Like 1.19, 1.20. That's not too recent anymore, seeing as how many years has it been? Well, if 1.18 was 2021, 1.19 was 2022. Which would mean 1.20 was 2023. Wow, just a couple months, 1.20 is turning 2 years old. Ah, really? The Enderman? Well, I guess that makes sense. He spawned in the area where I haven't added the tiny triangle. Okay, let's wrap up on the dirt real quickly. Someone's definitely cleaning, because oh boy, the smell of those chemicals are strong. Bathroom is directly to my left. I should say on the other side of the wall. Yeah, oh boy. Hopefully, not having those tiny triangles in place. Oh, did he despawn? I hope he despawned and not teleport away, because if he teleported away, he's gonna steal dirt. And I'm not gonna find where the dirt was. Because at least when he was up here... Oh, nope, never mind. Hello, buddy. Blending in with the surrounding area. Hey, can you hop on top? Oh, in fact, you have a better idea. Bye. No, he took one on the way down. Oh, how dare he. Ah, he knew what I was doing. I was a smart Enderman. Here's a question. Are Endermen not the most intelligent hostile mob? Oh, he did take another one. But if he didn't have any on him, where did it go? Oh boy. Oh, you know what? That whole line. I totally haven't updated that entire line there. That's the problem. For some reason I missed that spot. Oops. Set that back real fast. Oh, I'm out of torches. I'll make another 4 stacks. Slide that over. In fact, hold on, let me write down right in book. Alright, let me just see, where did that Enderman fall? Because I've already forgotten. But if I could find where he fell, he might have dropped a dirt. Aha, there it was. Alright, let's go make more torches. Alright, so we're gonna take stack of this plus stack of this. Zoop. In fact, while I'm here, we're also gonna grab another 2 stacks of this to verify that we absolutely have enough to get up to where we need to be. And then we're gonna, now it's empty, stockpile another 9 stacks of dirt. And hope there are not any more Endermen once we go up. Because now that this has been thoroughly taken care of, there's going to be the 1 layer of planks, and then the very farthest layer. So this one right here, 517, 16, 26, still have that value written down. Jump, jump, big jump. I'll need to light up the area I missed the first time, because that's right where the Enderman spawned. Okay, cool. So now, what was it? 5 blocks, right? So if it was torch, 1, 2, torch. 1, 2, 3. Something's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. This torch was right. That one was not right. Okay, I see it now. Wonder if I should just add the 4 first. So if I start from the midsection, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just focus on the diagonal later. Oh wait, hold on, that was only 4, right? Yep. It's 5 plus torch, not 4 plus torch. Even though these are only half triangles so far, at least they're still helping. Howdy Ian, welcome back. It is indeed an hourglass by now. I'm wrapping up on the torches, and then I'm going to place down the outer planks for the rim. Hopefully not too much farther. I should say too much longer. Too much longer time, not too much farther I have to go. Well, in fact, now I could start going diagonal and hope that all these were lined up correctly. If they're not lined up correctly, they're at least close enough that I'm not going to have any worry about the Enderman popping up. I don't even know how necessary these are, but the tiny triangles just absolutely verify that lighting is all taken care of. And I think this is the last one. Ta-da! There we go. The hourglass is officially complete, other than getting the wood around. So now, this is where we go. I'm also aware I'm gonna run out of planks. Back here, let me just turn this into planks now. I also feel like I'm gonna end up walking off the edge here. Maybe I should just crouch. I feel like I need to sneeze. All those cleaning chemicals that I'm currently smelling. Sad times, sad times. Oops. Isn't that the same mistake I just did? I will say though, this axe is rather fast. I don't remember this axe being so fast for planks. And I'm not even using haste. Thankfully, I'm not going to have to deal with the row of torches going all the way around on here. Because the outer layer is going to be on the outside, which means I only have to put the layer of torches on the outside. And I won't have to deal with it in here. So the inside of the hourglass is now done. The last thing is just replicate the pyramid on top with how I currently have the one at the bottom. Boop. Alright, so let me go back to the starting corner real fast. Alright, let me grab... How about half a stack? We'll start out with another half stack. And then go from there. So once this plank layer is all done, then I'll add torches and then start working on the opposite for this side. Because this marks the farthest point that we have to go, and I'll need to make sure, before I done goof, I'll need to verify that the opposite corner is where it needs to be. Just to be safe. Oops. Alright, last row, hooray. Then we're gonna go crazy with the torch. No, we're not gonna go crazy with the torches. I don't have enough torches to fund my next expedition because it requires close to 4 stacks. I almost made it. Almost had enough planks. Oops, hold up. Yeah, let me just do all that real fast. And then what I wanted to do was convert another half stack. Hopefully this is enough planks. Yeah, what we're gonna do, as much as I'm tempted to take the fast way down. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll take the safe way down. There we go. Fast and safe. Hooray, hooray. So yeah, we're gonna make another... Here, let me just hold on all of this real fast. I'll just craft the torches once I get up there because I don't have the space right now. As much as I like these dirt fish, I will say they're not very fun to climb because I never added stairs, and I'm very unlikely to ever add stairs. I feel like they should just remain the full blocks as intended, as originally constructed. Because here's the thing, if I make changes to one of these designs, I'm gonna have to make the change to 3 other fish. Because I have 4 now. And I was almost tempted, and I still very well might, add another dirt fish somewhere else in the overworld based on how much dirt I have. I don't know when, but I'm not going to build another one in the nether. And I don't want to build another one here in the end. For some reason I thought I missed one, but maybe not. Yeah, we'll be close. We'll be close with the amount of torches we have, but we're going to have to craft some more. And thankfully, the extra torches will also help fund the next one I'm working on. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So now, officially, the hourglass is completed. So this is the easiest layer to do because I just have to place down the planks like this. I think I might. Well, no, probably not. I might not run out of planks. Hopefully I'll have enough. Now that the widest part of the dirt fish is also completed, technically both widest parts, but because this is mirrored. Anyways, math. So, now that the widest part of the dirt fish is completed, as I go around, it's going to be faster and faster for the amount of dirt I have placed. In fact, here's what I think we'll do before I place down the last plank. Howdy, 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 welcome back to the stream. What fish? No potato? Welcome back as well. Every dirt fish had a ring of planks at the farthest edge, and the reason why I have these planks here in the last 2 layers is the original dirt fish was built in the overworld. The overworld is covered it's covered in grass, so I use the 2 layers of planks to prevent the dirt from turning into grass. Ow, that's okay. I lived. But what I wanted to do, we're just gonna hippity hoppity. These shulker boxes are now my property. I didn't place the last plank because I need to get up there. I would have to break the plank if I wanted to get back on top again. I intentionally did not place that last plank. Hold on, I changed my mind. I want to move it to this side. There we go. I want the access point on the front. No, because I'm only going to be using it a few more times. We'll keep it on the back. Yeah, there we go. So this way, hopefully I'll have everything I'll need on me. No, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I'll run out of... Yeah, hold on, never mind, just kidding. If I'm going all the way over here, I might as well grab the last of my coal and sticks. So that should be... Yeah, this one. I'll just leave the shulker boxes up there. That way, I hopefully won't have to come back down. If I was playing old versions, I would have used so much hunger with all these jumps I have to make to climb the dirt fish. Hooray, did find the language file in beta. Coolio. I thought it was yeah, easily accessible. Alright, and so it begins. I want to get a little bit of the dirt in place before I start working on the shulker boxes. I'll also need to make sure I don't walk off the edge. Back here, I'll be smart real fast. Let's heal up. Spend all that saturation, then we're about to spend the saturation again. Oh, never mind. That had enough to heal me halfway. I don't know what the ratio is of saturation to healing. But I guess that was enough. It makes sense that there would be PC Gamer Demo remnants. The language file was first worked on, to my knowledge, in Beta 1.1, and the PC Gamer Demo is based on Beta 1.3, not _01. I don't think I ever played the PC Gamer Demo on my channel. I wonder if I'll decide to do that as part of my 10-year anniversary stream. I was looking at the list though. I already have, I think, 11 or 12 items on there. So even if I dedicated an hour to each one, I already have more items than stream time. But I know not everything is going to take a while. In fact, I'll need to look back and see if I wrote down one of the games I wanted to play on there. So let me add that to my post-stream notes. Tooltips were beta 1.0, but I don't remember if the language file was in there at that time. It very well could have been beta 1.0. my mind had always kept that as beta 1.1. Also included the separation of the font file. And I think once I get this row of torches in place, I'll need to start working on the next layer. I'll need to add more torches. I definitely learned from my mistake the first time. Just place the torches as you go. Don't wait to the end. Of course, this is all the end. Alright, we're almost there. Last row. Hooray! And then I'm gonna have to do some math to figure out the current torch placements. Pretty sure it's just counting 5 blocks though. I think this is the middle. We're gonna hope this is the middle. Howdy, welcome back, Introspective. This resource pack, since texture packs were last utilized at 1.5, the resource pack is Ultimate Polycraft pack utilized specifically for this series. Okay, I was right, this is the middle. Cool. Oh wait, hold on, I need to start from this side. There we go. One. Hopefully I won't need to do so much counting, because after this I could just continue the pattern forward. And so I won't have to worry about all that. It's just getting the initial torches in place first. Oh, for some reason I thought I was done with this row. I thought that was the last one, guess not. Oopsies. Alright, we're almost done. I'm almost done counting. Then I could focus on the dirt again. Oopsies, nope. That's the middle. Hooray! It's over. Alright, cool. So let me just place down the last of these torches, and then we can go from there. Howdy, howdy, Minty. Welcome back to the stream. Are you gonna work on the language pack first, and then get language pack support after? Oh, here's a question. Are you even going to make the language pack modular, or are you going to keep it all packaged within the jar? Or are you just going to replace what's currently there? I'm going to hope these are the correct pattern. Going the one. I think replacing the one. Alrighty. Then yeah, that'll make things simple for you. Oh wait, is this one straight or is this? Yes, it is. Thankfully, I could look down and use this as a sort of guide to make sure that I'm indeed placing the torches in the correct way. I think we're all good though. Oh, wait, hold up. I missed this one. One, two, 111, 2, 111, 2, 111. Alright, we're all set. Hooray! Totally worth it. Even though, yes, that was indeed quite a lot of torches. But now that we're back here, we can focus more on the dirt. Go up a couple layers, place down more torches, go up a couple layers. Oh boy. Well, at least now that I spend enough time to finish the torch pattern. But yeah, these are already kind of getting in the way. Thankfully, since I'm going inward, I don't have to worry about the fall. Because the more inward I go, sure, there's a farther distance to fall inside there. But it's not as nearly as bad as falling out there, especially if there is nothing there. Like if I just zoop, there are no blocks beyond this corner. Oh well. Sometimes you have to play Minecraft a little dangerously. As long as you're smart about it, you'll be fine. You know what would be interesting, even though I don't think they ever would, but if there was an enchantment that was something like perma-crouch, where you were never able to fall off of blocks. But here's the thing, modern Minecraft, you can toggle the crouch button as part of their massive accessibility implementation. And so that's not entirely required because you could just set crouch to toggle and that functions in the same way. Can't remember if it was added in 1.16 or if it was a little later. But 1.16 was when they really started focusing on accessibility. So we'll see how much of that we will encounter pretty soon here, since a couple more weeks of 1.14. 1.15 is only going to be a week or so, I think. Maybe 2 weeks, depending on how many pre-releases, because I don't remember. And then 1.16 is going to be a while. There are a lot of pre-releases and a lot of minor updates. 5 minor updates. The last time that happened was 1.9 got close at 4 minor updates, but then there's 1.8, which had 9 minor updates. Because there was, after 9 with 4, there was 10.2, 11.2, 12.2, 13.2, 14 had 4, which I almost forgot about, and then 15 had 2, 16 had 5. But here's another thing with 1.16. 1.16 had release candidates as well, so that's also going to add more time. And good thing I brought all these shulker boxes. Let me just move this down real fast. Home base corner is the one I just passed. Oops. In fact, you know, here, I'll put down torches after I place down the shulker boxes. So let me set these. I think here should be safe. Alright, cool. So yeah, I could put that away since I'm done using all that wood. Until I need to make more torches. Alright, and Hadoop. Almost got that all to fit. Here, let me temporarily put all this away. Ah, so close. Alright, well anyways, let's wrap up on the torches here. I'll ignore that last layer. In fact, I'm probably not gonna, here, I'll leave that one, but I'm not gonna do this layer either. So I guess that means I'm only going up by 1. I guess I could put the torches behind this one though, since all these blocks are already placed down. Is this right? Yeah, it is. Oh wait, is this one right? Hold up. There's only 2 blocks in between. I feel like this one goes diagonal. Yeah, so you started reading today? Hold on. Let me guess. Did you finally start reading Innocence? Published last December? Even though all the store pages say October, but that's just because that's when I started the listing for it. Holy coolio. Much appreciated. I think once I get a few layers in, I'll have to take a look back and see if I did this right. I feel like not all these torches are in the correct position, but I'm not going to know until I get there. I'm trying to keep track of which ones are diagonal and which ones are straight. I also need to make sure that diagonal is going in the correct direction. Like that. That could have been a done goof. Alright, so with the torches done, we'll get back to dirt. What do we have? About 55 minutes left of the day. Boip. It feels like I haven't done anything, but then I look and I realize I did get a lot of dirt placed. A lot of dirt, a lot of torches. So even though not a lot has been accomplished, I've still done a fair amount. But yeah, we'll add a couple more layers of dirt, and then we'll place down some more for torches as well. Oh man, I'm already getting hungry. Here, let me just get this up, because y'all know me in odd numbers. What I'm currently building is a dirt fish. It used to be a dirt pyramid, way back when I had enough dirt to call it a pyramid. And then I decided to put another pyramid on top of that one and put it upside down. And so that dirt pyramid ended up looking like a dirt hourglass. And then I had even more dirt, and so I added another pyramid on top of the hourglass. And so all 3 pyramids stacked together look like a fish, but like swimming straight up. Once I take a step back after I finish, you will see why I call it a dirt fish. Ah, man, it's already torch time. Interesting indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that Enderman. I want to finish this row though, and then I'll place down torches. So I really only can do about 2 layers before I need to get the torches in place. Okay, that one's done. The tiny triangles are done. At least that one was. Oops. Alright, buddy. Let me eliminate you real quickly. Ah! Can you not? Hold on. Here, let me just, Huzzah! I don't know if he's gonna teleport before or after taking fall damage, but I think I lost the dirt. I don't think I'm getting that back anymore. I was hoping to retrieve it, but I think it's gone now. Because I would need to know where he teleported to know where the dirt was or will end up once it's dropped. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's right, I don't continue the tiny one. And is this the last corner? Hooray, we made it. Alright, cool. Did the first test go successful? Do I make the torches now? Nah, I'll make 2 more layers and then place down more torches. Oh, you didn't launch it yet. Oh, so you're starting the test. You are not going to share the conclusion. Alrighty. Well, you would know something went wrong if it ends up black screening. Stretch, I say after getting a little sore from yesterday. I was zooming around on the electric scooter we recently acquired, and I'm still getting used to riding it. How much of the translation has been implemented so far? What's wrong with me saying electric scooter? Is it not how you say scooter? Only the title screen? That's a start. Oopsies, that was a mistake. Oh no! I have to go down and get the dirt. One such viewer might judge me for going down for a measly piece of dirt, but when I'm building an entire structure out of dirt, every dirt counts. Like this one that Mr. Enderman here just picked up. Scooter? I don't know. Every once in a while, I don't pronounce things correctly on the first go at it. And I like... Alright, where did that one fall? Maybe I should have waited for the Enderman to put the dirt back down, because if he's out of here, I'm not getting that dirt back. You just say scoot. Let me just scoot on. It is one piece of dirt, but one piece of dirt lost 100 times is 100 pieces of dirt. That's around a stack and a half. Scooter. Oi. Alright, let me wrap up on this layer. So I guess it's not 2 layers at a time, it's only 1 layer. I can place 1 layer of dirt, and then 1 layer of torches. Then dirt, then torches. Walters, that's supposed to be another Breaking Bad reference. To this day, I have not seen it. I am very unlikely to ever watch so. Ah, there's another Enderman. Okay, let's place down these torches real quickly here. Enderman, leave me alone. Oh, wait, hold up. I don't do those. I forgot. I'm done with the tiny triangles. Nope, that's a tiny triangle. Now I have to differentiate between the big triangles and the tiny triangles. It's just placing down torches, but this is taking more brain power than I feel like it's supposed to. Your accent doesn't seem all sorts of weird to me. It's just sort of not as weird as it could be. There we go. Alright, let me try to find the Enderman. Hope he's gone. He went poof. If you have a British-esque accent, is that where you first learned English? Your primary source of English originally? You turn on your American accent specifically for me? You know what that means, though. I'm gonna have to hear your native accent. Don't worry, I won't laugh too much. Like Tom Holland, truth be told, I haven't heard Tom Holland's voice in a while. I don't know what the last thing I've seen that he was in. Primary English is YouTube. Do you watch British or American YouTubers more? Or Canadian? Or where else would English? Or Australian? But I feel like... You know, I don't know how many Australian Minecraft YouTubers I know. I feel like there's one name I would recognize, but it's just not popping in my head. South English, London. Interesting. All across the pond. I see, I see. So, North America, it would appear. I've read 2 books, I think. Well, 1 book and 1 book series, I should say, written by a British author. It was the singular book was the Pictorial Encyclopedia of Railways, I think. I don't know. Some book that first came out in the 60s, I think. It's like 67 or 69. And then I have the second edition, whatever printing. I think 15th from like 85. Anyways, old book about trains, fun read, a lot of pictures, very insightful. Anyways, the other book series that I've read is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. However, I don't know how many British spelled words were in it. There are British terms, but I don't remember a lot of unnecessary use. In fact, I don't remember any unnecessary use. I keep my spelling consistent because I guess I think in a straight line, and so it's more efficient to continuously use American spelling for stuff. I might have picked up an Americanized version. There's a omnibus version that included the main 5 books and 1 extra side story. I can't remember. I say main 5 books if you want to count the 6th one as a bonus, since it was not directly written by Douglas Adams. British Summons goes back, go back to the Aether. Alright, have fun. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. I know it was the radio show first, before the book series. And I don't know where else I was gonna go with that. I will say, every once in a while, certain words I don't remember the spelling of because I've seen both ways. I do remember him also taking part in Doctor Who. Sorry when I had to hear you? That's alright. You had information to share. We were able to get stuff done with the Nagiri Galka map. Let's see, did I miss something? Gray EY superior to gray. I don't have a particular preference, but I will always prefer AY for I should say I see EY and I think gree, but it's not gree, it's still gray. Oh well. It's probably AY, it supports AY and EY for the reason of more accessible to whoever's using it. And I think I was not supposed to do the second layer until I put more torches down. Your phone could be telling you you're wrong because of whatever native language you have it set to. My phone uses English US. Therefore, I get Americanized spellings on there. Howdy, Shady. Welcome back. It's that time again we're talking about language. Every once in a while we talk about language. And all that fun stuff. YouTube probably doesn't underline either one because it could be one of those words where, well, it's used enough both ways that there is not a formal way based on the localization settings. There was another word like that I'm trying to remember that I was looking into. I don't know. Something I was looking up however long ago. English UK, the superior English. Sure, there are plenty of people who would debate on that. However, how many of those people who would debate are proper linguistics experts? And they're all wrong. What a way to end an argument. Now let's go try to find that one dirt that is totally important. There's that one dirt that's totally important. Whadoop. Should have gotten rid of the plank, not the dirt, but oh well. Alright, I say we're almost there, but every time I say we're almost there, we're really not, because I'm only maybe about halfway up. How high up are we in the world? 135. Yeah, we still have plenty of space. If I really wanted, I could build a couple more on top of here, but I don't think I will. At that point, that is too much effort. Yeah, I'll need to remember one layer and then torches, or else the Endermen are going to spawn and steal my dirt. I do not want Endermen to spawn and steal my dirt. I've really spent the last around 55 minutes or so just placing dirt and torches. Wow, what an eventful stream this is. That's alright, it's Friday. Fridays usually end up being the most quiet day of the week, and somehow, a lot of people showed up today. Usually Tuesdays. Mondays and Tuesdays, for some reason, end up being the most eventful streams. Canadian English, apparently. There you go. If you want to start using American English, go right on ahead. So that's why I would correct you. I will say though, on my phone, I do not see many spelling recommendations because I don't like autocorrect. I have that off on all my devices. I'd rather make a typo myself. And since most of the time I type using Discord, I can edit a message. Oop. I'm not surprised that Canadian English would use EY, since I feel like they lean more towards British spelling than American. That's a buzz. Is that important? Nope. Well, one thing's for sure, going around is definitely not taking as long as it was before. Hooray, geometry. Every block upward I go is 4 blocks less, 4 less on the perimeter I have to place. I just realized my XP already started going up. When did that happen? How many Endermen have I taken out? Because I was at absolute 0 once I finished combining the chest plate and stuff. Oh wait, hold up. Let's be smart. No Enderman for me. Wow, we're almost at the top here. That the big triangle is almost completed. Oops. Alright, one more layer. One more layer complete, I should say. That's the only thing I missed. Not to comment on currently. Wait, hold on. How do I have an odd number of torches? Where did I go wrong? Did I miss a torch somewhere? Or is it that extra bonus that I put at the beginning? It was the bonus. Alright, cool. Y'all know me in odd numbers. I wonder if I added that as a splash. If I haven't added it as a splash yet, I really should. I feel like in the 1,020 something splashes I have, it should have already been added. I don't like having odd numbers of items when they're not supposed to be odd. For example, you craft sticks, right? It takes 2 planks. No, here, I'll start at the beginning. You craft, you take a log, you turn it into planks, you get 4 planks. Planks are supposed to be even. You take 2 planks and make sticks, you get 4 sticks. Sticks are supposed to be even. But if you mine cobblestone, you can mine as much cobblestone as you want. Therefore, cobblestone does not have to be even. Torches. You craft 4 torches every time. Therefore, torches are supposed to be even. It's a mine thing. It's just how I perceive items and what they should be to me. Of course, it's all subjective. But I don't care if it's silly, it's just how I think. And I don't know when I started, because I used to not play Minecraft this way. And then years went by and I realized, I think I prefer when everything lines up nice and evenly. $63 is better for wheat if you're using it for crafting. But otherwise, I still prefer complete stacks. There's another item. I don't remember if we were talking about 3 wheat, but we were talking about 3 of another item, and that's because it was also for crafting. But I can't remember what it was. Oh well, not important. It's buried somewhere on stream. And I was thinking about it again today. I've realized next Friday, we're already gonna be at episode 400. That's so absurd to me to think that this series is getting close to 400 episodes. Wow, I say. But at the same time, it also makes sense. I've had this series going for quite a while now. And if everything goes according to plan, we should be ending off on episode, I think it's 475. It was going to be 480, and then the first 1.13 pre-releases ended up saying, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. So I had to skip all that. So instead of having 480 be our last episode for part 4, it's going to be 475. I was planning on having 200 episodes for part 4, but because of those 5 being removed, now we're only going to have 195. And I feel like I could probably place down another layer and not deal with Enderman, because we're getting to the point where we're getting really close to the top that there's not enough distance away for the Enderman to spawn. So I think what I'll do is I'll add one more layer after this one, torch it up, and then just finish off the dirt before doing the rest of the torches. I still hold in my mind that 27 blocks is the distance for mobs to spawn away from you. I don't know if it still holds true or if that number was ever accurate, but that's the number that was put in my mind a long time ago. And I feel like we're getting really close to being less than 27 blocks, so I'm not going to have to worry about Enderman much. Yeah, just to be safe. Let's wrap up on the torches. Plus, we finished the big triangles now, so there's not a lot of torches that need to be placed down anyway. It's just the corners and the center. Alright, there we go. The only problem is we're going to end up with an odd number of torches, and I might do something with down there because I'd rather not. Or I could just put the torch somewhere else on the Endstone Island. Yeah, it's only about 15 blocks going all the way around. Which means even if I'm going from one side to the other, that's still less than 27. Alright, cool. I'm all set now. I'll need to figure out what to do after all this. Is that important? Nope. I need to figure out what I'm doing after all this since we're going to be done before the end of the stream. Maybe I'll head back home and start preparing for whatever I'm doing next. Since I've kind of tackled everything I wanted to do in 1.14 already. I completed the armor. That's why I don't have any levels right now. The armor has been completed. I added another dirt fish here in the end, like I planned. I collected all the 1.14 blocks, updated the block museum. I think that might be it. I think I might be ready. 1.15 is also going to be easy sailing because there's only, I think, 2 blocks to collect in survival at least. It's the honeycomb and no, maybe there's 3. There's the honeycomb and I should say the nest. That's more accurate. The nest and the honey block. And then I think there's also the crafted bee box, I think. I can't remember. Bee nest, bee hive. Beehive was the word that, for whatever reason, I couldn't remember, and I called it a honeycomb. Yeah, beehive is what I was thinking. The wax block. I totally forgot about the wax block. So yeah, the nest, the hive, the honey block, and I completely forgot about the wax block. How do you make the wax block? Oh wait, I think this one has 4, and I don't do the corners. Oop. Oh, never mind. I still have plenty of torches. Just kidding. For some reason, I thought I was running out of torches already. How do I get 4 wax? Because wax is an item that I have no idea how to create. It's probably something with honey. Nests and hives give 3, so that means I'd have to find 2. At least 2, because I'm not going to have any trees. Envision when talking about the honeycomb? Oh, it might have been. See, I got the 2 different blocks confuzzled within my brain. That happens before. I'll need at least 3 because the last one would be for the block museum, right? So 2 for the crafting and 1 for the museum. Alright, so let me grab... Here, I'll put all this dirt away. Okay, so now... I'll bring all this down and sort out the inventory. Then I think we'll be safe to head on back after this. Oh yeah, I'll get to show y'all what it looks like and why I call it my dirt fish. Alright, in fact here, let me put the elytra on. I'll fill that one up with dirt again once we get back home. Because that one's empty. Wait, are these both empty? Cool, so yeah, both of those are empty. Alright, I think now I'm all set. So we'll head off maybe that island over there. Whee! Because this way I could still be close to the bridge when I return. Oop. Ah, did it really unload? Is it really just at the edge of my render distance? Hold up, hold up. Touchdown. There we go. See, doesn't that look like a fish if you turn your head sideways? Oh, in fact, hold on. I wonder if I could do this real fast. I feel like I'm gonna do this and then it's gonna end up looking terrible. What if I just, hiya? Oh, that is totally off center. Alright, I want to set that back. I was really hoping it would rotate in the middle. Boop. There we go. Well, anyways, yeah, now I have my giant dirt fish completed. And so, we're all now safe to head back. Whee! It does look like a fish. See? That's why I keep calling it my dirt fish. Not at all what the original purpose was. I'm not going to put fins on it, because if I update one, I'd have to update the other three. Oopsies, I did not mean to click that. In fact, do I even need to pass by here? Is there anything I would want to leave behind? I could leave the ender pearls. Ow. That's okay. You hate jar files? It only took you being a developer. Because jar files have been around for quite a long time. Alright, here, let's go put away... I'll just toss them up here. Achoo. There we go. I don't need those pearls anymore. So I think now I should be safe to head back. Let me see if there's any armor I left behind that I could take home with me. And maybe disenchant. I don't think so. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I could have done all the disenchanting for all the stuff I don't want and gotten all that XP instead of waiting around here at the Enderman farm. Well, too late. I guess I'll save it for next time. Where's my boat? Oh, it's on the left. I usually keep it on the right. Or, sorry, it's on the right. Usually keep it on the left. Oh, you know what? Here, while we are here, though, let me just do this real fast. Let me grab enough XP to repair my tools and armor and stuff. I probably could have kept that up there. That's alright. Didn't want to wear. I could have gone for the sword, but I'll just go for this. In fact, how about I... That one's now completed. Because all of this is really only going to need 1 or 2 Endermen to defeat each. No, maybe not. Oh, you know what? Here, we're doing the thing. Chew! Could have just done this the first time, but that's alright. And a dunk. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, Enderman, y'all get to keep living. We'll figure out all the whack stuff when I get there in the future. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of effort. Remind me in a couple of weeks or so. So long as time permits. Yeah, 1.15 I know is going to be coming up rather soon. We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes for me to go find something to do. Oh, you know what I didn't finish? Remember that hole I was digging? I never completed it. I did make the assumption that apiary was a bee farm, since you were talking about wax. I figured that's what the term was. At first I thought it was a misspelling of aviary, but then I thought about it, I was like, what birds, though? I wonder, what day am I on? 5,846. I don't know how many days I've spent, how many in-game days I've spent sitting at the Enderman farm waiting for the XP to collect. But yeah, I nearly doubled the amount of Endermen because I think I went from 5,000 to almost 8,000, 8 or 9,000 Endermen. It's nighttime and raining. We're gonna catch some Z's because I don't know if this is gonna be one of the phantom nights, since I haven't been here in forever. I'm home, I say to an empty world. The world's not empty, it's just empty of other people. Alright, let's go put all this stuff away. Wow, I really did spend a lot of wood, because this used to be all the way to the end. Oh yeah, I could put all those down real fast, because I'm gonna fill them up with dirt again. I surprisingly did not spend as much dirt as I thought I would. That's not the dirt chest. Okay, so that one's completed. I can leave that there. How much of the 1.17 content will there be for me to acquire, and that's not stuck behind 1.18? Bring all that together. Last one. With the amount of dirt I have, if I really wanted, I almost think I have enough dirt for another fish, but I don't think I'm gonna build another dirt fish for a while. Everything except the spore blossom. Okay, that's more than I was thinking. For some reason I was thinking 3 or 4 items were not available in survival. Grass and podzol? I used to have mycelium, I think. Empty, empty, and now all my dirt is fitting here in one chest. Did I only have 3 shulker boxes? Why do I think I had 5? Something doesn't seem to add up. I could just be totally crazy, but did I only grab the shulker boxes I had up with me? Hold on, I think we might have to go back. But before we do that, let me place down the end stone. Good job, Iron Golem. Thank you for your service. Alright, I need... end stone goes over here. Definitely sounds like there's got to be quite a bit to do. Quite a bit of stuff I'll need to acquire. I wonder how this world would have turned out if I didn't decide to build the block museum. You'll have to grow trees, the horror. What an excellent description. Excuse me, slime, don't mind me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had more shulker boxes and I forgot to pick them up. They were the ones at the bottom of the dirt fish. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back for the sheep because we'll need to do the sheep farm some more. Is there anything I really needed here? Let me just grab on to these real fast. Yeah, I guess we're going back because I don't want to leave the shulker boxes. I will forget about them. And stop. Oh no, that kept going. That speed lasted longer than I thought it would. One for rooted dirt and one for the roots. For some reason, I can't seem to remember what the azaleas look like. Did I just not explore any of the stuff at the time? Alright, back to you. Howdy again, welcome back. Let me just write down another note. Save for post-stream stuff. Ow. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I regret the decision. Nope. How we doing? 12 gigabytes. 12 out of 14.5 allocated. 12.17 is probably going to be the next time I build a new outpost. Other than a new nether one, because we're going to have 1.16 nether to take care of, but that'll be first. I don't think it's weird to play the game for 5 years and then not beat it. It took me a long time to beat the Ender Dragon in survival. I've probably not beaten it on 10 different worlds by now, and I've been playing for 13 years. That's a big mindset difference, because if 1.17 came out as 1.17, and then 1.18 was the overhauled world, it probably would have been appreciated more instead of all needing to come together. There's still also, though, all the extra features that we got in 1.19 and 20. See, there's not a lot of people who defeat the Ender Dragon on every single world they play on. Beating the Ender Dragon is only a small time thing for most casual players, it appears. I've not watched the movie. I really hope to do so this weekend, though. I'm gonna be disappointed if I do not get to this weekend. 13 years. Waiting for the movie for 11. I was right. Look, 3 shulker boxes sitting there waiting for me. I would very much assume the Minecraft movie is about Minecraft. Here's all my extra dirt. So yeah, this box is empty. This one has 1 row, and this one's still full. I totally forgot all of these. So I guess once I was up there, I pretty much just bailed out. Alright, time to go. I haven't even looked at the reviews. I'm doing my best to avoid everything, because I could wait a couple days. But yeah. Let's see if that was a good boost. Oh yeah, I'll be fine, I'll make it. This distance used to feel so much farther when I had to run across the bridge, but I don't have to run across the bridge anymore. Whoop. Back here, how about I land in some of that water? Touchdown. Boop. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna repair this real fast. Again. Move it up. And hazoop. That's done, that's done. Pretty soon I won't have to worry about taking off my armor when I want my stuff to be repaired. Because 1.16 finally fixes that. At long last. Alright, and... Alright, we're all good. 80s and 90s nostalgia. How many people who play Minecraft regularly remember their childhood in the 80s. 90s is more reasonable. But like, what is the age group for average Minecraft players? I don't know. Every once in a while, the statistic gets updated. I just can't remember what it was last reported as. You didn't exist in the 2000s? You were born in 2010 or later? Oh boy. Could be worse. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'm gonna say so anyway. Could be, hold on. Oh my gosh, whatever his name was, he was just here, and then he admitted to being 10, and so I had to get rid of him since YouTube can only be 13 or older. Okay, 06. Okay, that's more reasonable. There we go. I was gonna say, you would have to be, like, 13 or 14. 15 at the latest. Alright, there we go. Alright, that makes more sense. And these Endermen weren't supposed to steal my boat, but now they're all mad at me. 18 this year, 20 next year? Something doesn't add up. Yeah, people born in 20 and 11 and earlier. That's why I had to do the math again. Okay. Yeah, 18 at the start, 20 by the end. So it does make sense. I guess it's up to interpretation that did not make sense. All the armor I just repaired. I'm not too bummed about that. I don't plan on taking any major damage anytime soon. So now I can put the elytra to good rest after all the usage received recently. And I'll also need to see if I even have enough dirt to fill up the rest of these shulker boxes, because I don't think I do. Upon seeing just how much dirt I spent, since all 6 of these boxes were full, all 6 of my shulker boxes were full of dirt, and now they're not, which means I do not have enough dirt to finish another dirt fish. Because yeah, I did the math based on the amount I could see. Oops, I should put this away as well. So let me toss all that. So now that one's full. That one's still empty. Okay, so this one is full. This one is full. So I'll put these 2 down here. And then this one is still empty, but we're gonna keep this separate. Alright, cool, Leo. I have not tried Better Than Adventure, and it is currently not on my 2 playlist, as there's a lot of other non-Minecraft stuff for me to do. There's also a beta 1.8 world I've been playing, single player, and another one for multiplayer as well. And so I think I'll be fine without starting anything new. And I need to find my Ender Pearls chest. It's in the same place every time, hasn't moved. Once the series takes another break, once part 4 is over, I'm totally gonna forget where all these chests are again, because I remember starting part 4, and I couldn't remember where anything was. And then a good, like 105 episodes later, or 110, I can't remember. Maybe 115. 115 episodes later, I'm finally remembering where everything is again. So weird to think that the series ended on 380, or sorry, 280, and now I'm coming up upon 400 next week. Today would have been episode 400 if I didn't skip several 1.13 pre-releases. I will say though, I'm surprised that I was able to get it to work in pre-release 8, I think. I think pre-release 8 was when I started, because I used 1.13 to upgrade. I use a lot of fireworks, I should make more. Wonder if copyright Mojang AB would not be in the language file because that needs to be static. And let me go find... Where is the gunpowder? Alright, so we're gonna grab 62, because we're gonna make 31 fireworks. And so 31 will add to our 33 to get a perfect stack, instead of having one spare again. Because I ended up with one extra firework last time as well. Look at all this paper. Eventually, it'd be nice if I started using books and particularly bookshelves to create. If I used bookshelves to create extra stuff. Oh wait, hold on. How many fireworks does that make? Is that where I got my math wrong? Oops. When you craft a firework, how many does it create? Hold on, does it show in here? No. I have no idea. For some reason, I was thinking it was one paper for one firework. Alright, hold on, I have an idea. What if I did this? There we go. So it creates 3. I totally forgot that you create 3 fireworks per one paper. Anyways, now, stacking 62. Oh well, that's alright. Wow, I'm already back up to level 14. I'm telling you, you gain your first few levels so quickly, and then once you get to 20 or so, it starts slowing down if you play normally. There's a lot of slime balls around here to pick up. I'm also at the last 2 minutes. I don't know how far we'll get on the sheep farm. Oop. Oh, you know what? I think I have enough slime balls to make another stack of slime blocks. Let me do that real fast. We'll find out if I have enough or not, because I remember needing half a stack, but I don't know if that's before or after. Oh, I did pass! Hooray! Oops, hold up, let me bring all that together. Getting levels is your least favorite thing to do. Once you get a XP farm, it's all good. I have to scroll through the list. There it is. So let me just... Hazoo! Oh, what? Hold on, why did that only... There we go. Hazoo. Except now I need to deconstruct that one. There we go. I forget, you need to shift-click into there, not shift-click out. Alright, there we go. Bring that, bring that. But yeah, we are indeed at the final moments of the day, so if y'all have any final thoughts, start sharing them now. We'll be back again later. Later meaning next week. And we'll get working on other stuff. But yeah, I believe that I'm all 1.15 ready. So we'll get to do some other fun things, especially now that the armor is now fully prepared. I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye. Pizza flavored prime does not sound good.